Hey, welcome back. Just a quarter past the top of the hour. High noon Eastern here in New York, high atop the financial capital of the world. We're right across the street from the New York Stock Exchange. As I mentioned last week, the Stock Exchange well above 26,000, approaching 26,200. And I thought a consolidation and some support here in the 26,000 puts it right over 27,000. The bigger news, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin on fire. Bitcoin went to 8, dipped back down to 7 and change, consolidated a little. I said if it closed through 8, that would bring in some more buying, which it did, and today it's like 9,300. So keep your eye on the cryptocurrency and do not invest in cryptocurrency unless you expect to lose every single penny. It's speculative, it's volatile, and you should make sure it's suitable for you. Educate yourself. Don't take any financial advice from me. Take your financial advice, your positive financial karma, from Daniel Geltrude joining us today. Thanks for being with us. And your book, Positive Financial Karma, I did not read. I skimmed all the chapters, which I saw some interesting things. Frank usually does all the work and then fills me in with like a couple of bullet points. But I want to be honest with my audience that I didn't read the book, but I love the title already. I feel karma when I hear people talking about financial karma. Tell us about the book. Tell us what you're doing with your ideas.
So the one thing about financial karma is everybody wants to have it be positive, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing the right things because karma's a boomerang. So what ends up happening is cause and effect. What you put out there, you get back. And part of the book talks about how you can find financial karma in things where you least expect it. For example, I have a chapter about wasting food. Now, how does that fit into financial karma? Well, I'll tell you how. When you are going out to a place like Costco and you're buying massive amounts of food because you think you're getting a great deal, right? Because it's cheap, you're buying in bulk. But then you find out statistics say that Americans throw out 30 to 40% of the food they buy. So is that good? No, it's not. It's not positive financial karma, because what you really need to do and where you'll actually save money is go out and buy the food that you're actually going to eat. And in the end, less waste, good for the environment, and more money in your pocket.
I love this. And let me tell you, that's sound advice, because we always talk about markets, capitalism, entrepreneurialism. People go in the store and act like institutional buyers when they should be unit buyers. Right? So you going there on your budget to get 3 bottles of soda, not 2 24-packs because they're on sale, one get the second one half price. And soda lasts for a while, you know, but isn't there something to be said for maybe people cutting down on the consumption overall for good karma?
Yeah, I think that anytime that in our society people are always wanting more, you know, when you start to mix in emotion and finances, John, it's never a good thing.
No, I'm with you. When the markets are getting crushed, people are calling me, texting me, what's happening? I've said it on this show many times. I always tell them, listen, you're invested for the long term. Namaste. Stay calm. Everything will clean itself up.
Now, I know, Dan, that you know a thing or two about money, being a CPA and a business analyst. But in this book, which I did read, you go into a number of subjects that seemingly don't have an obvious connection with money. You talk about political gerrymandering. I think at some point even the NFL protests. How does that play into your whole mantra of financial karma, and how did seemingly non-economic subjects end up in that book?
I talk quite a bit about politics, and there's a reason for that. Is because everything that we do somehow, some way ends up getting tied into the government. There's no escape. And one of the mantras I talk about quite extensively in the book is term limits. I am of the belief that you need term limits. People should not be career politicians. Why? Because they start to participate in what I call re-electionism. Now, that's not about the people, that's about the politician. And what happens is decisions that are made are all about what is going to cause that person to be re-elected, not about what's going to have the best effect on society, which ultimately ends up running down the line to what happens financially and in the markets.
And you also talk a bit about the soda tax. More and more jurisdictions are experimenting with this idea of charging people a little more money so that it disincentivizes them from consuming sugary drinks. It would seem on the surface that maybe that fits in with karma, because if they're not putting these sugary drinks into their body, they're not going to be a drag in terms of healthcare costs for taxpayers and people paying their insurance premium. But what is your view on the soda tax?
I don't like the soda tax, and here's the reason why, is because the money that's collected from the soda tax doesn't actually go towards solving the problem. It ends up going into a general fund, and it ends up being used for some other purpose other than trying to stop people from using sugary drinks and making healthy lifestyle decisions. And that's why I'm not in favor of these types of taxes, because the purpose and the end don't end up being in sync.
John gets pretty fired up when you start talking about a tequila.
I had to take a shot. I don't know. I told you, we have a little food every day, different places. Freddy's, Champs Gourmet Deli, they put out a spread. We have Question Tequila, is one of our sponsors here. Sometimes we have like a drink in the middle of the show, definitely towards the end of the show, but you got me fired up just talking about it. I had to take a shot now to get my day going, to get this thing going. But I think I like your political views better than your financial karma views.
Okay.
I mean, does it all tie together? We talk about on Liquid Lunch, we talk about our audience being the purple people. Not all red, not all blue, some shades in the middle is what we all kind of are. Where do you come down in that politically?
Well, I come down on the side of common sense, and the reason I say
my question was Republican, Democrat, purple.
Well, I am a registered Republican.
You are?
Yes,
but
I am.
Are you a purple person?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. I mean, I think the sane people are purple.
Yeah, I have voted for Democrats in the past, so I don't vote the line. No, I did not vote for Barack Obama.
Just checking.
But I really think that you have to vote on the issues. You got to look at what issues you're in favor of or what issues you're against, and you got to pick the people that align with what you believe in, and that's how I vote.
Speaking of Barack Obama, Frank, I know we're going to talk about this at some point, but Pete Buttigieg came out and said he doesn't believe he'd be the first gay president.
In fact, we have the video if you want to see it.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Okay, Rosie, roll it.
If you were to win the nomination, they'll say you're too young, too liberal, too gay to be commander-in-chief. You are young, you are liberal, you are gay. How will you respond?
I'll respond by explaining where I want to lead this country. People will elect the person who will make the best president. And we have had excellent presidents who have been young. We have had excellent presidents who have been liberal. I would imagine we've probably had excellent presidents who were gay, we just didn't know which ones.
You believe that we've had a gay commander-in-chief?
I mean, statistically, it's almost certain.
He said he thinks there's been a gay president. Amazing, deep digging in journalism there. Ask him who. If you think there was a gay president, who? Tell us who it was.
Yeah.
Obama said that he toyed around with male pleasuring.
I don't think
college.
that's true.
I think he did. He said he
We're gonna
inhaled.
research that.
He said he smoked weed.
Yeah, we're going to research that. We'll revisit that. I don't think
Okay.
that's
All right. I'm just saying. Who do you think? You think there was a gay president?
I think there probably was, yeah.
You have any thoughts?
Well, I think there have been some rumors about Abraham Lincoln.
Wow. Okay.
He was-
This is breaking.
Going back.
He
Wow.
was very well dressed, that's for sure.
And the log cabin Republicans are basically named after.
I'm betting
Right?
that
That's a
it was
more homosexual group, right? The
right.
Log
That's
Cabin
true.
Republicans.
Right. I'm betting that it was James Buchanan, but because James Buchanan was not really a great president, there's no Democratic group named after him. So.